I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
I can't be myself with my husband.
There is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to feel like the main character in one's own life. The problem begins when that feeling turns into performance. When people act as if they're the sole protagonist in a production where everyone else is reduced to a silent extra. That is not self-love, that is narcissism. In exchange for temporary validation, either in person or through a screen. Almost every moment is filmed, edited, uploaded, not for memory, but for approval. So today we're going to be checking in on the main character syndrome epidemic. But before we begin, I am the one true main character, so subscribe if you haven't, or face the consequences. Let's start with what's the loudest, because the loudest behavior is almost never coming from actual main characters, but they think they are, and they love to congregate in trains, lanes, anywhere where people will be forced to listen to them.
Jay is gonna be the Jay that it brings it back to you. Today is me. You're my wall of wonder.
This guy's had it.
I got my money, man. Money!
What do you mean? We don't want this problem.
I'm gonna show
You don't want this problem.
I'm gonna show you problems.
Show me the problem then.
I'm gonna show you problems.
Show me the problem.
You show me. Okay? Yo, what's going on? Hey.
Oh, that's the same guy from before who stole the food. He got the energy from the stolen food, now he's breakdancing. Okay.
And so I tickets from one I need to.
That one's not that bad, because you know, at least it's nice and calm. No crawling on the floor, no screaming, no breakdancing. Silence would be even better, but I'll allow it. If that's actually him singing, you never know. Because look at this. Adele is looking different. She's lost some weight and is now Asian. Maybe she is singing, it's just very low, so she's blasting the original music. Also in New York City, look at these influencers. Everyone should see you, recognize you. Oh, there's the camera. Let's crawl under so that we don't disturb them. Or better yet, let's just go home. We should not be breathing the same air as these people. If you're an influencer, if you're not an influencer, you want to record something, okay, people can walk past. Also in Boston.
Maybe I should myself. Blame it on my ADD, baby.
It's better than you're the teacher. You're gonna have to charge.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
That was beautiful.
Program that the city pays. It is not illegal to yell here. Excuse me, ma'am. You are helped when you are visiting the city. With one guy, with the understanding, I ask quietly, and it is not illegal to.
Okay, I don't care how bad your drink was. You cannot be doing this. Start screaming, breakdancing, singing. I don't think these public meltdowns are brave, right? I don't think they are freeing. They're just inconsiderate. And worse, they're filmed and uploaded as if the people around them aren't even real. Their comfort doesn't matter. Scaring the public crazy edition.
Get off me! Get off me! Get off me!
I don't know about scary edition, embarrassing edition. Why do that? Why was it worth the likes? I think main character syndrome has given people permission to behave like this, like the world is their personal stage regardless of who was forced to witness it. Of course, not all of it is this loud, right? Because we can also talk about influencer aesthetics and what's being sold as individuality. Now, being a content creator myself, I think it's crucial to draw a line between documenting your life and performing it. And as more and more young people aspire to become influencers, we have to set boundaries now. Really, because influencer is a top dream job for many people, in Gen Z especially, probably Gen Alpha too, eventually, right? And while there's nothing wrong with wanting to film something like your routine or showcase your lifestyle, some boundaries, again, are desperately needed. Crying on camera, trauma dumping, or oversharing online, deeply personal stories to strangers, it's not a good idea, and it should not be normalized. There's also the hyper-produced aesthetic side of main character syndrome. Although it is less harmful, I think it still reveals a concerning truth. What once was supposed to signal uniqueness now just exposes how algorithmically engineered these creators have become. What's the new trend? Same gym vlog, same morning drink, same decor, same voiceover, same cosmetic procedures, same obsession with overconsumption, same day in my life edits, right down to the font and background music. This has nothing to do with self-care, by the way. Self-care is great. I just think when so many people start posting about it and we take a look at those videos, at those vlogs, they all start to look the same. It's all the same vibe, aesthetic, products, but even those ads are indistinguishable. They all say the same thing, right? You better run, not walk, to buy some cheap nonsense off TikTok Shop that'll break or that you'll have to throw out when the next thing is trending. It's all NPC behavior dressed up in a main character costume. Here's some more crying on the internet.
And to the US government, I'm never forgiving you for this. And I'm never gonna trust you ever again because you just, like that, took away millions of people's income and livelihood. And who does that? So I'm never trusting you ever again with anything.
You trusted the government before, girl? Interesting. This is, I guess, because of the TikTok ban?
I'm starting to give up hope that there's going to be a Hail Mary moment at the end of this that's going to save this app.
It's so dumb coming on the internet and crying about an app, but the fact is that this has been a sense of community for me.
Right, so this is a bit old. TikTok's still here, fortunately or unfortunately. People have different views on that, but I get that this was a very difficult moment for you, especially for those, right, who have businesses that they promote on TikTok. I understand. Again, with the crying, I don't think we should normalize that. If you have to cry about TikTok, okay girl, let it out. Talk about it to a friend, a family member, a therapist, a pillow, journal. Do what you have to do again. Compose yourself, then press record. None of this, I can't believe I'm crying about TikTok, so let me cry on TikTok and post it. This is where things get darker. Not louder, but lonelier. Just think about your favorite book, your favorite show, movie, and the main character and their interesting story and how they treat others, what they're like when they're alone. All of that matters. They make mistakes, they grow, they change because of others a lot of the time. But now real connection has been replaced by screens, by performance. Conversations are being swapped for voiceovers. Friends are replaced with followers. These individuals aren't building intimacy, they're building an audience. And it should never be a replacement for real life relationships. The camera has become the confidant, the therapist, the mirror. And the most alarming part is that many of them genuinely believe that this is healthy. But it's not, it's dystopian. A constant stream of self-documentation doesn't reflect self-awareness. It reflects a desperate cry for relevance. There is a healthy way to create, to share meaningful ideas, tell real stories, offer something that could be valuable to someone else. But crying in front of a tripod instead of talking to someone who knows your full name, that's not authenticity, right? That's self-exploitation. Ghosting is now protecting your peace, publicly shaming your husband or wife. It's just being vulnerable. People have started framing themselves as heroes in stories where they were actually just rude or wrong, and we never get to hear the other side of the story. This viral video, for example, has gotten a lot of backlash, so let's take a look.
This year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. The fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband, and it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old, I am a mom of 3, and I still don't know who I am. For me to be like, oh, I can't be myself, or you don't love me for who I am, isn't really fair. Because I don't know who I am. I'm figuring that out every day. What have you done in your relationship to get to that point? If you have been in a place where I'm
married 10 years. We have 3 children. But I'm thinking of getting a divorce because I don't know myself.
Huh?
What? You don't know? Well, I can tell you. You're a narcissist. And I totally get why people found this video strange. I mean, from this one video alone that you chose to upload, we don't get to hear his side of the story, true. But this does not make you look good, no. First of all, she's using her marriage for content. She's live streaming her divorce announcement to strangers on the internet before even telling her friends or family. That is audience first intimacy.
And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody.
Her actual support system them, they're background extras. That is the issue. And the speech itself is wild because she's describing a man who sounds like a great husband. But somehow that's not enough because she doesn't know herself. Why didn't you figure all of that out if this was going to be such a big issue before marrying him? Before having 3 kids? The issue is that you're asking TikTok for advice. Again, not friends or family, TikTok. Imagine watching someone's entire life fall apart and then they pause mid-spiral to ask, drop your divorce tips in the comments. Imagine being the husband here.
What is a girl supposed to do when their boyfriend leaves them for not another woman, not another man, but another couple? And he's now in a throuple.
What kind of advice are you expecting for TikTok? Because you're gonna get the, girl, he didn't just leave you, he left monogamy. He left the binary. It's actually very brave. He said, I'm no longer participating in traditional structures of love, and he's joining a throuple. So we can all cheat on each other. And now he gets to make up 1/3 of the group chat. TikTok is not where you go to for advice. So if we're being real for a second, wipe those tears, put the phone down. If you gotta cry, cry. But why would you do it on camera? The last goodbye. Why did you guys post that? Also, he doesn't seem that upset. If you wanted to film this, remember that for whatever reason, okay, film it. But why post it? Why does everything have to be on social media? It doesn't. Guys, I just broke up with my boyfriend. My boyfriend just broke up with me. My boyfriend joined a throuple. Oh, sorry, we just broke up. We just broke up. I'm thinking about getting a divorce. He's just like a really great guy, so I'm gonna leave his ass. And I thought I would tell you first, besties, who I don't know and will never know, who might even give me terrible advice because it would make for more breakdowns and more content. Me after trauma dumping to someone I just met. Oh, quirky. When I start trauma dumping and I keep remembering more things when it's the other person's turn. You have to film all this trauma, but you also have to fake trauma sometimes. If not with humans, then with animals, because some creators are staging animal rescues by placing animals in danger just to film that rescue. That is not activism.
These channels are taking freshwater species of turtles, calling them sea turtles, gluing barnacles to them, and then scraping off the barnacles that they glued to them for ASMR videos on YouTube.
Let's end with some more people who have confused public transportation with Broadway.
Ever know how much Southwest loves you?
Woohoo!
So please don't take our sunshine
Okay, at least she's good though, and the people around her seem to like it, so that one's not that bad.
No matter how hard I try, every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long.
Here's another point of view. We're delayed on the runway 3 hours, and they let this girl sing over the intercom.
Wish you love.
Another flight attendant. I thought it was just the passengers, and now the flight attendants have joined in on the main character syndrome. Okay. This guy's saying Christian worship song. It doesn't matter what he's singing. They could be saying that. They could be singing Beyonce. It doesn't matter. This poor guy. You know, airplanes are not open mic nights. Trains are not performance spaces. These aren't moments of empowerment. They're evidence of main character syndrome. And that has dissolved basic social awareness or etiquette. What's most absurd though is that they expect admiration. But the audience is cringing silently, desperately waiting for the scene to end. Okay, now we're at a mall.
Your planet is now marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the devourer. There's nothing you can do to stop him.
Cool. That one's not that bad. If he wasn't yelling, that's the only thing. But at least here you can leave. You're not trapped on an airplane or in the subway. But overall, main character syndrome is a cultural sickness. It's a coping mechanism for people addicted to attention and allergic to accountability. If they were truly the main characters, they wouldn't need to say it or scream it or sing it. The story would speak for itself in growth. Whether or not anyone was watching, you guys let me know which main character syndrome behavior you find the most unbearable, or maybe don't see the issue here at all. Either way, make sure to comment below. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell to see more videos like this. Like and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.